Hello and welcome to Boozy Book Reports, a simple podcast where we revisit childhood classics while drinking copious amounts of alcohol. We're your hosts, Beth
and Sam.
And this month we're reporting on Christmas in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder, illustrated by Renee Graff, first published in 1997, but adapted from Little House in the Big Wood, published in 1932. Boom. Got it.
Nailed it.
I wouldn't say nailed it.
Well, I would say nailed it. How is this our first Laura Ingalls Wilder book? That's, I think, my big question.
Idea. Okay, I have a confession. This is the first book I've ever read by her.
Well, that's how. That's how.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, that is
shocking.
I'm a prairie girl, so I feel like this was required reading on the Eastern Plains of Colorado. Actually, it was. We definitely had to read it in class.
And this is the not, oh my gosh, I was going to say Little House on the Prairie. That is not right. It's the Anne of Green Gables lady, right? Okay.
No, you were right the first time. It's Little House on the Prairie. That's why they're all Little House
Are you
books.
serious?
I'm dead serious. Anne of Green Gables is a very different book.
But is it this? It's not the same author.
No.
I thought it was the same author.
No.
Oh, I literally thought it was the same author. My bad.
And of the Laura House either. Of Little Prairies.
So I have seen the show Little House on the Prairie with what's the guy? Michael Douglas? Nope, not Michael Douglas.
Michael Landon.
Yeah, Michael Landon.
His daughter is on Yellowstone.
Oh,
she's Teeter.
Okay. I don't know who that is because I've only watched a few episodes.
The one with the pink hair. The lady with the accent and the pink hair. She's one of the rustlers.
So I think for the record, I am not of this genre. And I feel like for the record, you are of this genre.
Okay. So there is some overlap then between Yellowstone and Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, it's like Western expansionist literature. It's the tale of people homesteading.
It sounds lovely. And again, I do remember watching that show a little bit growing up, but I've seen a lot of clips recently on social media.
Yeah.
Because I liked the girl that had curly hair that was mean.
Nellie,
I want to say her name's Effie, but that's Hunger Games. I think it's Nellie. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's
Hunger Games.
Nellie.
But Effie is Nellie grown up.
And with some more makeup and a little more zhuzh.
A little more zhuzh and plastic surgery. Yeah.
Oh,
so anyway, there you go. That's been my exposure of all of this. But I did do a quick fact checking. And by quick, I mean I just read the first part of Wikipedia, not well enough though, because literally it just says that Laura was a American writer best known for her The Little House series. Again, don't know why it didn't click with me that is not Anne of Green Gables, but whatever. And it was inspired by her time on the rugged, Midwestern frontier, which my grandpa was actually raised in Wisconsin and lived in a cabin and did a lot of, I'm guessing, what this type of stuff is. It also said that she didn't become an author until her 60s, and she was a teacher and a homesteader before that, which gives me hope as someone that is hitting the middle years of life that maybe I could be successful still. And this draws on a lot of her own experience, so that's exciting.
This is true. I mean, yes. It is a tale of somebody starting late in life. I mean, she did a lot of stuff, but the books are pretty wild. They are adventure packed, and they were. I remember really liking them. There's some romance later. She falls in love with Manly, or I think his name's actually Alfonso or something, but they all call him Manly.
Ooh,
and so
Alfonso.
And she has a sister, and they have a dog, and it's a whole thing.
I do want to give a shout out to the illustrator because this book is a picture book, and it is beautifully illustrated. It's very soft and whimsical, and it's by Renee Graff. And I found out that she illustrated over 80 books for children, and she did the Kristen series and American Girl.
I saw that. I was really excited.
Of course you saw that, yes.
Yeah,
because
I read
who reads all the information? That's my girl, Sam.
Well, that was something she said she based a lot of it off of the original, because the original books have some illustrations, not a ton, but they have some. And she based it off the original illustrator Garth Williams' work. So
Mm-hmm.
she has done other children's books, but she was really trying to hit the look and the aesthetics of the original Little House series. So
I just love that you're a scholar and I'm here for the vibes. Like
that's not true.
every
You always
time.
bring facts and stuff.
Okay, I do facts of like a quick Google search. You actually read footnotes and think, and I love that about you.
This was in the back
I think
of
it's
the
beautiful.
book. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
said it was in the back of the book.
I didn't.
It was nice.
Girl, it's like our scary stories. Did I read anything in past the actual part of the book? No. Nothing past the story. Thank you.
I still hold that the footnotes were the best part. There was so much cool information in them.
So before we dive into all the loveliness of this little story, Sam has concocted a lovely drink tonight. And I guess I concocted too because I had to make my own version.
You did. And
which
actually,
is exciting.
I think your concoction is more actually original. So this, I have to admit, was taken from a couple of recipes online that I had kind of seen. But this was our best attempt at a sugar cookie martini. Ooh.
Yes. Look at how good mine looks.
It does look good. Oh, you did the frosting.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, you sent me this thing that I had to frost the rim of my glass and then with frosting and then dip it in little sprinkles, which I purchased. Then I was like, what am I going to do with this frosting? So I bought a whole thing of graham crackers so I could deal with that. What is yours rimmed with?
I had some leftover sort of like gel icing from some Halloween stuff. And then I did sanding sugar that I mixed with edible glitter from Michael's.
Oh, you're very fancy. So I did make some substitutions. So first of all, what's in this drink?
So there is milk of your choice. So I did oat milk. And then it's got some Baileys or some Irish cream, vanilla vodka, and then mine has amaretto in it.
Okay. And I went with peppermint because somebody just gave me peppermint twist vodka. So I went with that along with the vanilla vodka. But you gave a great tip. So if somebody doesn't have vanilla vodka, they can.
Oh, you can put in, you can either, if you have vanilla beans, you can let them sit in there and infuse for a week. Or you can put in just a little bit of vanilla extract.
Yeah. So I think that was a great tip because like I didn't know I'd have vanilla vodka, but your girl's fully stocked. So
yeah, you're better stocked than I am when it comes to that. So
I'm excited. It smells very pepperminty.
I'm excited for you. I garnished mine with a little candy, like a little truffle.
Oh, that's super cute.
Oh, yummy.
She's strong. But the peppermint hides a lot of sins. And this is the first time I might actually like the rim job.
Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
It's very vodka-y.
So I think because you swapped the amaretto for the, what's it called? For the peppermint vodka, it's going to be a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
But I figured if you did amaretto and peppermint, I thought that was going to be two two polar opposite flavors. I don't know. We could try it. Feel free to explore.
I also would say that these sprinkles are not the jam. These are little round Christmas sprinkles. I should have gone with the sugar because these are not dissolving.
Yeah.
And it's very crunchy.
Well, I have the sanding sugar. It's a little crunchy, but it also does it tastes good.
The frosting is really helping to cut through the strongness of the actual vodka and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little.
But this
jealous
is actually pretty good
of your frosting. I wish I would have done the actual frosting.
I think the frosting actually really helps with the drink to give it that sugar cookie feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like, oh my gosh, I need to be careful. I got to go to work tomorrow. So like, I'm trying not to, I can already feel this in my stomach. So, okay, I'm going to put the drink down now. Okay, now that we're fully getting a little bit tipsy, Sam is going to read the inside of the book because the back of the book just has little pictures of other little books you can buy.
Christmas is here. It's a Merry Christmas in the big woods for Laura as she helps Ma bake cookies and make candy, plays in the snow with her cousins, and finds a wonderful gift in her Christmas stocking.
Lovely. And this book is very, very sweet. I have to say there are no trigger warnings. There's no fat phobia. There's no racism. There's no sexism. It's just a happy story with a family that is not filled with trauma, and I love it.
The trauma comes later on their journey to the prairie. This is before.
But there's no trauma in this book.
Yeah, this book is trauma-free.
Trauma-free, and we have responsible adults. Like usually the stories we read have irresponsible adults at every corner, but this was lovely.
Yeah.
So it's just very sweet. It's about this little family who's getting ready to celebrate Christmas in their log cabin. It's snowy, it's beautiful, and they have families coming. But we start off with Laura telling us just a little bit about her family. And I love the fact that she talks about how, like, she introduces us to her pa and her ma, which I think that's so interesting that she calls them pa and ma. I can't imagine calling my dad pa. Hey, pa. Like, it feels
yeah.
It feels weird. It feels very outdated for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's written in 1932 and about her experience in the 1800s, so...
I mean, I guess we'll give it to her.
Yeah, she gets a pass for being old-fashioned.
Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, get with the times, Laura. No, just kidding. Yeah, I was called my grandfather Pops. So Pa is always like weird. And my mom, if I had just called her Ma, she would have been like, get out of here.
What? I was a mom and dad girl, like not a daddy and a mommy person. And even my grandparents, it was always grandma, last name, grandpa, last name for me. Other people in my family called the grandparents different names. But I was like grandma blank or grandpa blank. Yeah.
That's how Kev's family used to do it, or how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Nana and a Papa and Grandma and Pops. But
okay, I like that.
Yeah, but my mom and dad were mom and dad, and never mommy or daddy, like past very young
no,
age.
thank you. Like 8, I don't know.
Younger than that.
Real? Okay. Well, we find out that Laura has 2 sisters, an older sister named Mary and a younger sister named Carrie, and a bulldog named Jack, which in this picture, I would say this is an American bulldog at best, because I had an English bulldog and this is nothing like that. So I wish it was an English bulldog, but it's just a standard puppers.
Yeah, I think
that's my one critique.
Have you ever seen the pictures of the breeds through the years? I feel like this is
a vintage breed.
I don't expect you to say yes, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if you do.
Yes, I actually have seen breeds through the year, but I don't think I've seen bulldogs. I think I saw English bulldogs because I was looking, and pugs.
Yeah.
Pugs have taken a very dastardly turn.
So have bull terriers. If you've ever seen like the older pictures of like the original like standard terrier and bull terriers, they've also taken a weird turn. So I imagine, hear me out, that in the woods of Wisconsin might not have been a purebred bulldog of any kind. It could have been Flemish for all we know, and who knows?
It's fine. It's adorable. It's cute. And who doesn't like a scruffy little pup at Christmas time, you know?
I am so sad that you haven't read the original books. Because Jack, the dog, is childhood trauma for me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not reading it then, Old Yeller. Like, not doing
it.
No.
It's still a book for children. But
okay.
I think we need to read it this year.
Okay, 2026, baby. Okay. Pa comes in and it's so cute. Pa's kind of hot. I mean, but he's very young. It's funny at this big age. You're like, oh, this guy's a dad. And I'm like, you look 27 and you have 3 kids. It's very that.
Well,
but he comes in from working.
I'd call him daddy.
What? Zaddy? He's a zaddy.
No, he's a zaddy. Zaddy. Or I was just going to say daddy. I mean, daddy? I don't know if he needs to go full internet and be zaddy. He's not Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
But he's daddy.
That is true. Yeah. And he comes in from like working outside and he has like little snowflakes in his beard and he's giving his daughter a big hug and she's like feeling it melt. I was like, that's so cute. And it made me think of my dad was always a mustache guy growing up and then a beard guy as he got older. And there's a few times as a child where it was so scarring because he would shave off the mustache with no warning, and it was like a stranger now lived in the house. And anytime he would do that, I was like, "Oh, Dad, that's disgusting!" Yeah. Like, stop,
I can't
Fred.
even see your face. I've seen my dad without a mustache one time, and it was in a picture from high school, and that's it. I don't think I've ever seen him in real life, and I was like, "Why did you ever do that? Why did you ever not grow something on your face?"
It is quite amazing how it becomes part of their identity and part of like just who they are in a way that when it's separated, it's like that's not what I want to see.
I have a friend who has a very prominent mustache here, and as a Halloween prank, he shaved it off and put a stick-on mustache, and then midway through the day at work, just like took it off.
Oh gosh!
And it was really weird to see him, like, because I've only seen him with a mustache, and he sent a picture, and I was like, "Oh, buddy, like you look great, but like also you look very different and you're not the person I normally hang out with. So, but
I just have to say that the recent resurgence of like facial hair for men in such a big way in the last decade or whatever has been the great equalizer. Like a lot of men with no chins now look very, very great and good.
Yeah.
They look lovely. And then you see them in the before, or there was like this this filter on TikTok going around where it would remove their facial hair, and it was always just so disturbing and wonderful. And you're like, wow, that beard helped a lot, my friend.
When I see them sometimes shave it off, I'm like, oh, I see why you did grow that facial hair. Like my friend looks a little like Ron Weasley when he doesn't have a mustache.
Oh.
And with a mustache, he looks like a normal human. So
there you go. Yep.
Not that Rupert Grint doesn't look like a normal human.
No, but that's not like looking like a young Ron Weasley as an adult is not necessarily the vibe that you want when you're
Generally
an adult male.
Generally no. But yeah, it's very wholesome. The interactions.
So wholesome.
Especially for
it's lovely.
You said, we go through so many books where the parents are such jerks, or they're like not present, or they're just not invested in their like their kids. And both Ma and Pa are like so invested in the girls. You know, Ma is like making cookies and all these treats for them and lets them lick the spoon.
That was one of my favorite things when we would bake as a family. Like we were an eat a raw egg type of family. Like there was I was a kid in the 80s. Like nobody cared.
Bias.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if actually I would do it now. I would just take the risk. But
are you like not eating the cookie
dough?
Totally. Yeah. Are we pretending that we're not?
Well, I just want to say I typically now buy the cookie dough and it's all edible. Like you can eat it. It's been treated in a way that you can just eat it. I read it on the package, Sam. That's why I bought it specifically. It was the Toll House cookie dough that you buy at the store. It was like you could just eat it without baking it because it did whatever it did to like make it so it's safe. Where they like cook the flour.
Yes. Yeah. For a while, they said don't eat it, but maybe they were just like tired of people ignoring it and eating it anyway, like us.
Well, maybe I just misread it. Who knows? And I've just been eating things I'm not supposed to. But I'm pretty sure it said that.
Have you ever gotten sick? Have you died?
I mean, I didn't die.
Then you're fine.
Probably have gotten sick, but it's more from eating too much cookie dough. My other favorite batter to lick is when you make like a yellow Duncan Hines cake or whatever. I freaking love. I leave a little bit too much batter and I'm just like in it. And I'm just like a happy kid.
Vanilla. It's the most vanilla yellow cake. Have you, a hot take? I'm going to say it right now. Have you ever had the Safeway colossal birthday cake? It is a giant slice of, that's in the refrigerated section.
Yep.
That is the best. I wanted this cocktail to be that, and it wasn't. And I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But
not mad at it, but
that is, so we went to Milk Bar, the like, the fancy birthday cake. Yeah. And we had it and we were like, it's good. The Safeway cake is better. And I am not the only one who has expressed this view. Hot take. Safeway's colossal birthday cake.
Honestly though, if I'm looking for cake locally, like I just want a piece of cake, that's where I go. I go to Safeway. Oh, yeah. It's the best. That's the cheapest, easiest, whatever.
Yeah.
So
their birthday cake is very good. It's so vanilla.
It's so vanilla. Okay. So the girls make something called molasses candy, where you like pour boiling sugar with molasses in it that's been melted down into snow and it hardens up and you eat it. I just think this sounds lovely, but sounds so country. Like it just sounds country. Like, I mean, like collecting snow and then like pouring flavoring on it and eating it, like, and having, snow ice cream or whatever people do.
Yeah, I was going to ask if
you're giving me the look.
Because I've had snow cream, damn it. I remember my mom used to do it when we were kids. My mom, that was like one of the core memories I have is my mom going outside when we were living in like northern suburb of Denver and getting like a bowl of snow when we lived at this farmhouse and making snow cream.
Because don't you pour like something on it, like evaporated milk or something?
I think so.
Or I think condensed milk or something.
It's probably not so far from like when you like what's it, bingsu? the like ice, the shaved ice, like the Chinese and Korean shave ice, where they put the like sweetened condensed milk on it. It's probably not so different.
I just remember seeing someone take, and I cannot verify this because A, I'm not going to, and B, I get fooled by the internet all the time. But I saw somebody take like a thing, because there was a debate if you should eat ice. I'm not going to say what my source was, okay?
Okay.
But I saw somebody they were trying to decide, like, is it okay to just eat snow? And so they took some snow, like scooped it, and then they let it melt, and then there was like floaties and stuff in it that were like looking like nature. And I was just like, okay, I'm good. So I don't know.
Okay. I think though in general, when you freeze stuff, you tend to like, I mean, yeah, there's probably dirt and stuff on it, but
yeah, it was dirt. Yeah.
But who hasn't eaten a little
it's fine, I'm
cash
sure.
dirt, you know? Like, I don't know. I've gotten dirt in my mouth. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt, except
dirt don't hurt. Yeah.
Get a tapeworm.
Get a parasite. Yeah.
But
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
In general, like freezing is one way to purify stuff, to crystallize. But this is like, I know I'm a scientist, but this is a little, I guess I wouldn't straight eat like, or drink like water from a stream.
Yeah.
But I would eat snow.
Okay.
Unless it was yellow. And I think that we all should be very clear, don't eat the yellow stuff.
Yeah. Or anything that looks gray.
Brown.
Also. That's, yeah.
Anything
I would say like
white.
Maybe only eat the top layer of snow that's been on something.
I think
you know what I mean? Like it needs to be
like the crust is gonna have all the weird stuff that's deposited. But
okay, but you could scrape that off and go, but don't go like too deep.
Oh yeah,
anyway,
don't hit the dirt. This is out of control.
Okay.
This
is too much. Okay.
We have no snow eating recommendations for you. I would eat it. Beth would not.
0. I would not. There we go. So after all of this is happening, the day before Thanksgiving,
before Christmas,
the extended family comes in, and it's Aunt Eliza and Uncle Peter and Little Peter and Alice and Ella, and they come in. It's the cousins, which I think that is one of the things I loved most about growing up and having Christmas with my family is the cousins would come into town. And whenever that happened, it was always so fun because we didn't see each other a ton. And we always just had like an instant, like we picked off where we left off. And it was always just so fun. And I just enjoyed it so much.
Yeah. This is not something I got to experience so much as a kid. Because we spent a lot of time with my mom's family, and my mom's brother had passed away at a young age. So it was just us. But Kev's family have cousins. His family's very large, and his cousins are everywhere. And we've gotten like quite close with them. Like one of them lived with us when we were in grad school for a little bit, and several of them live here in Colorado now. And we see them like quite a bit. And honestly, it's so fun. I love getting together with the cousins. They're like a blast.
Even now when I get with my cousins, like, so I have cousins that live in the Pacific Northwest, and I have cousins that live in like Atlanta and Chicago. And so I don't see the family that's further away as much, but every time I hang out with them, I love it so much, and it makes my heart sad that we didn't grow up closer to like have those interactions more often. But it is so nice when we get together. And then my other cousins in the Pacific Northwest, like I don't see them as much either, but every time we get together, we just kind of pick up and start talking, and it always makes me sad that we don't spend more time together. I'm very fortunate because I have one of my cousin's wives, she's family, obviously, but she's like extra family to me. And she's like one of my closest people in my life. And I just feel so fortunate that he married her and that we have that relationship and we talk very regularly and support each other. And it's just so lovely. And it's so nice to have the family connection where you can be like, let me tell you some crazy stories about family. And they're like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, they know and they're on the same page. Yeah, there's like a little cadre of cousins, I think, that are sort of those slightly like snarkier, slightly like more irreverent cousins. And that's who we kind of hang out with. And we saw them at Thanksgiving, and we see them quite a bit because they live pretty close. And Kev went up and had a whole like board game day with his brother and his cousin. It really is like you said, it's a special relationship that you have enough in common because of how people grew up. And I'm like, I'm an outlaw. We joke that like, there's in-laws and then there's those of us on the outside are the outlaws, but but still, like, I don't know. It's there's something like you said, your cousin's wife who has become like a special
Yeah.
part of your. That's how I feel about, like, honestly, my brother-in-law and my I don't know, like, the family that Mary's in are like in some ways they're the best because they're the ones that are like,
Yeah.
oh no,
Yeah.
I was not born into this. And I know how insane this all is, but I'm still here.
I'm here.
I'm still choosing. So
Mhm.
I'm very lucky to obviously I love my siblings to death and I couldn't ask for cooler siblings, but the family that I married into is also so cool. And the cousins there are amazing. I love Kev's cousins. They're the best.
Love that. Love that. So they're having a fun time with their cousins. The kids are running around. They're outside. They're playing. They run themselves ragged to the point where, like, we got to go inside and take, a rest, which there is nothing like playing in the snow as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
the freedom that brings and the joy is like something else. I feel like I'll never get to experience that again because now I'm like, it's a little cold.
Yeah.
And a little damp.
Damn
and
it, I
it's
have
too
to
much.
shovel. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bought a house.
Yes.
Now you have to shovel and it sucks.
Yeah. It's a whole thing now. So
Yep.
that's the joy of snow might be gone, especially because I'm not like a
skier
or a snowboarder or something like that, or a sledder. But the kids play and play and play, and then they're trying to go to bed, but they're like, it is Christmas Eve, and so they are amped and having a hard time calming down, which is so relatable. Like,
oh yeah,
it wasn't until like my 30s where I would still get excited at Christmas Eve, and I'm like, Beth, there's nothing happening tomorrow that's that special, as far as like the magic goes.
So we don't have kids, but with the last Christmas and a couple Christmas ago, we had people stay with us for Christmas.
Oh, that's fun.
And I was like back to being a kid, like couldn't sleep because I like loaded people's stockings with stuff. And I was so excited for everyone to wake up. I think I was as excited as when I was a kid. So like,
that's lovely.
I do think it like sort
it can
of
happen.
morphs. Yeah, the magic changes. I imagine if I had kids, it'd be like that too. My mom is like different. As excited about Christmas as like a mom, I think, as she probably was as a kid.
I think it's just different now, like waking up to a house where no one's here necessarily. So it's just like, okay, hey cats, and they don't recognize that they are getting presents that day, so it's not quite as exciting.
They're like, oh, you're worshiping us like normal.
I love it too because like the family all sleeps in one room together, which we had a family bed growing up, so it's like very like reminiscent of that, of the whole family sleep. I think we slept in a family bed until I was like, gosh, I think in 6th grade. Like,
oh, wow.
It was everybody's just in a bed. Yeah. My dad actually slept on the floor in the living room, which sounds crazy, but he got up at all weird times of the night, and he had a back problem, so he literally just slept on the floor. Like, I'm like, okay, Fred, whatever, you do you. But my brother and my mom and we slept in the bed and for the longest time. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I guess that might be weird, but it wasn't. It was
no, I think you're of the era too, where that was more common.
Yeah. It would have been like 89, 90.
My siblings, we shared rooms. And there was one point where they were doing work on our house, and all three of us were in one room together. And there wasn't really, it was a very small room. So my brother had the top bunk, and my mom just basically turned 2 mattresses sideways underneath. So my sister and I effectively were sharing like a full-size bed. And then my brother was up top, and we would like talk and stuff.
That's like so bonding and fun.
Yeah, I remember when Casey...
In some ways, yeah.
I remember when Casey and I got our own rooms, we were very excited, but there was like a moment where I remember having this conversation with her that was like, even though we're just across the hall, was like, oh, I kind of miss sharing a room with you. And then immediately that feeling passed because I went back to my own room where I could hang up pictures of Led Zeppelin and nobody would be mad at me.
There you go. The only time I've ever really shared spaces like with people, like girls and whatever, is like on mission trips and like dance team camps. And I have to say, like, I really enjoyed the like bunk living a little bit of just like, I don't know. I love that you can just be talking at night and giggling, and the most random stuff comes up at that time, and it's so fun. Like, I kind of wish I had more of that with my sibling, of just like, oh, well, I mean, it would have been weird because we were like had a big age difference, and
Yeah.
he's a dude, and it would have been kind of like, okay, that's different, but it would have been bonding for sure.
Yeah. Every so often you'll go to a conference that's like this. Particularly, there's one called the Gordon Conference, and they put you in a room with somebody. You can pay a little extra and they'll put you in a single. But I usually stayed with somebody during this. So last time I stayed with our friend Britta, who you also
Oh,
know.
yep.
And we did have to have one of the nights, we had to have a no talking after midnight rule. I was like, we have to go to bed because we just kept staying up and talking all night.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was so nice and so
That's so
bonding.
fun.
And
I feel like as grown-ups, you don't get to do that often. You know, it's not like
No.
we go to summer camp and like get to
those conferences are
have those
basically
moments.
summer camps. So that's kind of.
But I just mean like
Yeah.
not a long-term one. Like we're not
No.
going away for 3 months and like
No.
forging bonds that will last a lifetime type of thing.
No, but I have a couple folks that I stay with. So like my friend Jenny Boyana, who has been on this podcast, she's been my roommate for a couple of these. And honestly, as long as it's somebody I like, feel comfortable with, or even sometimes where I've gotten random people, you've met people, and our mutual friend Wilma actually ended up becoming really good friends with one of her conference roommates, to the point where she went back and visited her when they still talk. They still talk. So
that's so cool.
You never know who you're going to meet. And so those, I generally like, it's, you save like $100. It's not honestly that much overall, but the bonding experience that you get is just so fun.
It's so worth it.
I love it.
So the only problem I had with this whole story comes up now. So the kids wake up. It's Christmas morning. They have stockings by the fire, and they each have a pair of mittens and a peppermint stick, with the exception of Laura, who also gets a doll. Now, she's the middle child, so maybe the family was feeling like, hey, she needs a little bit of a shout out. I did just see something, I'm not going to cite my source, but that the middle child is dying out because more and more families are having less kids. And so you're having less middle children. And the person was like, that's perfect for who they are in the family order. I was like, wow. But it just popped in my head when I was like, why did she was the only one that got a doll, like a toy?
So this used to happen in my family a little bit, where there was certain years where like one of the three of us would get more than the others, and it was sort of agreed upon that was the year that, like, I mean, it was usually in years of transition. So like one year I got more clothes than anybody else, but it was I was in high school and I was doing speech and debate, and I needed more stuff,
fancy clothes.
And that I had. And so, and there were other years like when my brother got more stuff because, same thing, he like going into high school or going into sports, or, like the year that we all went to college, whoever was going to college always got more stuff. So it could have been that the year before Mary got a doll. And so this was Laura's year to get a doll, and Carrie's too young to care. So it could just be that's
very
like
kind of you.
The rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of, I feel like we grew up in a family of limited resources, and sometimes it was just, it wasn't always exactly fair, but it was always understood that like sometimes there were times where other people were going to get more stuff or get a big present in a way that you weren't. And that was just like the rotation.
Our family kept it pretty even, with the exception of my grandma, who used to love to give my little brother a gift on my birthday, which my birthday is in December. So
no, ma'am, that's so cruddy.
That kind of felt not great. But you know what? Lucky him, not enough that he gets presents. Okay. He has a summer birthday though. So he gets like, if you have a December, January birthday, it sucks because you only get presents one time a year. And sometimes you need other presents. And he got presents right about the time you need another set of presents mid-year.
Yeah.
And no, but he's getting August presents and December presents and then more December presents. So I think I'll be over it in a few years, but I'm still harboring some resentment at my big age.
I could see how this develops because I imagine for a lot of people, they're like, oh, you don't get as much because Christmas is right around the corner and we already kind of blew our
Yeah.
wad. My brother
No,
has a
they
December.
combine them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So my
yep.
brother also has a December birthday, and my mom was always
Mm-hmm.
adamant that this would not be the case, that my brother would not be, like, Christmas was not his birthday. Christmas is Jesus's birthday, and the 18th is Keith's. Okay, so
okay.
but we would always do something. It always ended up being Christmas sort of oriented.
Mm-hmm.
But the deal was on his birthday, we would always go see Santa, and Santa would always like have a toy just for Keith on his birthday. And so he would always get a special toy from Santa for having a December birthday, and his sisters would have to go sit on an old man at the mall's lap well beyond the years in which it was appropriate.
Oh, no.
I love you, Keith. I love you the most because I had to have an old man touch my leg for your birthday. So enjoy.
Like, thank you.
Love you, bud. I know you listen.
Well, Laura was very happy about her.
Yeah, she got main character
She's the
syndrome.
happiest. She's like carrying around this beautiful rag doll. She's loving it. She's carrying it the whole day. She named it Charlotte, and she did let everybody else hold it, which was very sweet. Then Mom made, I love this, she made pancake men for breakfast. Never seen or heard about that before, but here we go. Might have to try it. And I'm a big pancake lady. My dad used to make pancakes all the time. We used to have a lot of breakfast for dinner nights because pancakes were cheap and easy. And he would make pancakes like ice
crusties, and you can.
Yep.
The blue bag.
It goes forever.
Yep.
And I'd never had maple syrup, really, I don't think, until I was an adult. We always had the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Not even name brand like Aunt Jemima's or something. It was always like very
Kroger.
runny, delicious syrup. Yep. Store-bought. So
At
good.
Christmas, my mom would buy fancy syrup for my pops. So occasionally we'd get fancy syrup around the holidays. But otherwise, it was never maple. It was always like some pecan flavor that my mom would buy, which is still delicious. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I had maple syrup, I think I was in college, and my roommate bought it. And I remember being like, the way everybody talks about this, it's like the greatest thing on earth. I mean, this is fine. I don't know if it's better than the pecan.
No, whatever we used to get, the butter flavored syrup, that was the jam. It was thick, gooey, delicious,
with a big old thick layer of margarine.
Oh yeah,
and then you put the syrup over
right
top.
out of the tub.
Oh yeah, yellow.
Ugh. It was so good. Okay, so the kids eat their pancakes, but it's too cold to go outside. So this was probably one of my favorite parts of the story. So it says that they ate their candy, admired their mittens, and looked at photos in Pa's big green book. And I was just like, yep.
That's Christmas, all right.
That's Christmas. I remember with my cousins, like we would be at my grandma's house and we'd bored. We were looking at National Geographics. We'd be like doing the weirdest stuff you've ever seen because it was just like the TV wasn't going to be on because it was Christmas.
Yeah.
And we were just...
doing
all kinds of weird stuff, It was great.
Yeah, usually there was a point after dinner or lunch or something where everybody would get kind of tired and want to sit around and kind of nap in a chair for a little bit. And I would always just read all the backlogged Western Horsemans. And then...
Of course you did.
and her Louis L'Amour books. Yeah.
Oh, I like to look at my grandma's JCPenney catalog, the real thick one. That was a favorite pastime. My brother and I would sit side by side and look at it and just be flipping through. And we'd like, my page was the left side, his page was the right side, and you could only pick stuff from your side. So like, oh, what do you want? But you could only, I'm like, I don't know why I made up such crazy rules that didn't need to be, but that was the rule. You could only pick from your side.
We used to say what you wanted off
each page.
We used to cut out the pictures and like make like basically paper dolls out of them. It was like a big thing. Fun. I don't. Yeah, a weird entertainment thing, but yeah, I still get there's like still a couple stores that'll send me an actual paper catalog, and honestly, I love it. I love reading through a catalog. it's just not the same browsing online. I want to read the Vermont Country Store, and I want to look at all the old lady nightgowns and decide which flannel one I want.
There's something about like the Swiss Colony.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Catalog for me.
Yeah.
We never got it as a kid ever because it was so expensive. Epitome of class. Like I know I've said this before, but that was my fantasy when I got older, was to be able to order gifts from that catalog.
Yeah.
And I did one year, and they weren't as tasty as I thought they would be based on the pictures and my memory as a child.
Yes. Hickory Farms is like that too, where it's like all the meats and cheeses. And I was like, when I am rich someday, because I have made it, because somehow studying science is really going to pay off. Be so rich that I'm going to order Hickory Farms. And like the first time I had their cheese, I was like, damn it, this is cheese product. That's not real cheese.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Oh,
but I still
it was so
like
disappointing.
It once in a while.
Yeah. The fantasy is still there. Like the fantasy is still like, I like to get the catalog. I like to be like, yes, I want the raccoon, sponge cake that's rolled up and looks like a log. I think that looks amazing,
Exactly. I want clothes for a porch goose, and I want a bunch of cakes. If you've ever actually bought this stuff out of Vermont Country Store, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty. This is. We are obviously not sponsored, but
no.
But Vermont Country Store, I imagine we're not the same audience, but this stuff I've gotten from there is actually really good. I really like it. So
I think that's so cute. Yeah, I've started getting their catalog now, so I'm just like, I've made it
because I shipped you something from there.
You shipped me something.
They will send you catalogs forever. Enjoy looking at all of those sleeping shirts.
I'm here for it. The other catalog I really like, I think is wonderful, is Uncommon Goods. Has a really good catalog too.
I love their stuff. That's the best place for.
I mean, I remember back in the day, like you'd get it for like IKEA. Like it was just like I missed the physical age of like getting a magazine or a catalog or just something tangible to enjoy.
Don't you worry, our girl Vermont Country Store will keep you. Will keep you in catalog land. King Arthur Flour sends a really good one too, because it always has recipes in it too.
Since I moved into a new neighborhood, the neighborhood I live in is right by a Mormon temple or stake. And all of a sudden I get this like catalog in the mail. I'm looking at it and I think it's like Bible bookstore or something. Like, wait a minute. And it's the first time I've ever gotten like a LDS like catalog. And I'm like, like I guess they're profiling me since I moved into a neighborhood that's nearby. But I was just like, okay. I mean,
what was it
was a beautiful catalog. It was like Bible-y books and stuff, but it also like I knew it was different when I turned the page and there was like white garments and like people in all white like baptismal suits, and I'm like, wait a minute,
did they have prepper things?
I don't recall. Maybe I don't remember. Yeah, I know they like to prep too. So
all the freeze dried food I have, I'm pretty sure is from an LDS company out of Utah. So all my backup storage.
Well, tis the season.
Get yourself some banana chips.
Yes.
And some powdered butter.
Oh gosh. I saw somebody that was like prepping eggs and all kinds of stuff that I was like you're going to keep that for 20 years, freeze-dried eggs? All right.
Yeah, because you can like make them into like a powder basically that you can like read.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
It was scrambled egg powder.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I was like, that sounds like, it is the end of times because this is what I'm eating now. Yeah. But to each their own.
I do have honey powder, and I have milk powder and sugar, or like a butter powder. That's all just like freeze dried of those. And I have a dehydrator, and occasionally I dehydrate stuff.
Okay.
But, all right.
Again, I feel like you would have been right at home at Laura and her house in the woods. You would have been like having a nice little root cellar. It would have been fully stocked. You would have been jarring and canning and in prepping for winter in a real way.
Yeah, but that's real winter. I make like 12 cans of hot sauce. I can like 12 jars. And then I'm like, and I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to order shit from Vermont. Like I have no illusions about my abilities.
I fully trust that if something really were to happen or go down, you would survive well. Any hoot nanny. So Christmas is over. The cousins leave. Everybody's happy. And that's the end, just
cute
a happy,
story.
healthy, Cute story. Lovely to read with your family this Christmas,
Nobody's bulldog
or
Jack falls in the river.
Oh my gosh, spoiler alert. I'm not reading that crap, Sam. I'm not reading anything about animals getting hurt, endangered, nothing.
You have to read it. You have to.
Okay.
You have to relive childhood trauma.
That sounds awful. Do you have any childhood trauma from Christmas that's fun? I have okay. One just popped in my head. What? I don't mean like real trauma, but just like kid trauma. I'm going to give one that's not like true trauma, but was traumatic for me.
I don't feel like commentating today.
Yeah. I was in 8th grade and like my grandma, so I lived in this little town in Washington and like fashion took longer to get here. Everything took longer to get here. And my grandma used to be able to, like, she would send me like the cutest looks that she would find. Like one year she sent me an Esprit red, well, it was like a maroon hoodie or sweatshirt, but it was during the time that sweatshirts were made inside out where you'd wear them inside out. So the Esprit was printed on the front. It was like so fierce. And I was like so excited about it. And so I think so she sent me that one year. And the next year I get a box from her. And every year she just sends us clothes. I'm like, I'm stoked because I'm like, what did she find? She always finds me looks and blah, blah, blah. She went to the Husky Girl store because I was husky by 90s standards. By today's standards, I was not. I don't have any trauma from that, but it's fine. Anyway, I pull out the first piece of garb and it's a long sleeve red shirt with puzzle pieces in like primary colors like blue, yellow, whatever, green. And it's puffy painted around the edges. Now, I'm 14 at this time with a matching pair of pants. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Because I was like relying on my grandma to send me like really cute,
the hottest
like,
looks of the era
stuff. Yeah. So I could go to school like on Monday, like, look at what I got, losers. This is from DC. Okay. I didn't go to Seattle. I got this from DC. Yeah, it was awful. And then I'm like, okay, there's another box. I pull it out and it is like the most grandma sweatshirt that is embroidered with like a kitten and like fall scene with like matching blue pants with like stuff on it. And I was just like, there's no way to take it back. There's nothing. I was like so depressing. I was just like, okay, I'm fine. This is not what Christmas is about. But I'm devastated. So anyway.
It is a bummer when you think you're going to like, or you're like hoping to get something and then that thing doesn't come.
Well, and you don't want to be like rude or,
ungrateful.
Yeah. But at the same time, you're like, this is my like one season to get stuff. I need to get all the stuff. So that's my trauma. I know it's not real trauma, but the real trauma, we'll save that for another day.
Just take mine to therapy tomorrow.
Okay. Changing gears, what would you rate this lovely little book?
Oh, 10 out of 10 pancake men, obviously.
Oh.
10 out of 10 pancake people.
People, we're inclusive here. I was going to read it 10 out of 10 sprinkle cookies.
Amazing.
Like, it was a great little book.
It's
like,
wholesome.
I also love that it was short and I didn't have to like remember much this month.
This is probably the most in-depth we've gone in a while. We actually can remember what the hell happened in this
All
book.
the things, yes. Well, I'm very excited for next month's pick. It is not a book I ever read growing up, but it's something that I was adjacent to it, but it was a little bit young for me. It was Animorphs.
Oh, cool.
And we're meeting Animorphs, the visitor, which just so happens, based on the cover, I know nothing about Animorphs except for I think kids turn into animals. And this little girl turns into a cat, which I feel is very fitting for us.
Oh.
I know a horse might have been good too, but a cat is right up our alley.
I'm pretty sure I can visualize the cover where the boy turns into a horse, but a cat is a good one. A cat is a close second.
Yeah. You know, also January is about transition and change and
we're becoming cats.
Yes, I'm hoping this sparks some
Is that my resolution that I can also become cat?
To turn into a cat?
Yeah, just warm places. And get pets.
I would like to be more cat-like next year. I would like to be more sassy and not caring of other people's opinions. So there we go.
I think that's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect? Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody. If you're enjoying Boozy Book Reports and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Boozy Book Reports, or leave us a positive review and rating. All of those things help us grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you and happy reading.